Yeah, let me continue off. 41 minutes after my phone. I'll be done in a good 20 minutes around here, right? So it's not just the 7 team, but the crewmen also need to get paid well, as there's nothing worse than you and your wife who have the keys. You're multi-billionaires and you'll be making billions off your movie and getting a shitty 30K or 40K for the term of the movie. That is a slap in the face, and the crewman will slack the fuck off, hence you won't get as good as a movie. Like I repeated before, you want to have the best movie possible, you need to pay your actors a lot of money. You need to pay your crewmen a lot of money. That way they work harder for you, and that way the actors work harder for you. In other words, these actors are going to work so hard for me that once you watch the movie, you're going to be like, oh my god, like this is the best acting I ever got from them. With the horror of the wolves, you know what I'm saying? You're looking at unheard of acting with them. To the point where all the Hollywood execs will be like, how come I didn't get the acting for you in my movie? It's because you didn't pay them as good money, you didn't fly them privately, and you gave them cheap food. You didn't give them what, a nice luxury buffet. You didn't give them a proper hygiene system. Whereas for me, I'm gonna lease like hundreds of showers, portable showers. The actors to take a shower. I'll even have people put like body wash, like nice coconut smell body wash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right? It is also important that you feed them well, as if I were to pay the crewmen shitty money and give them cheap food, they will slack the fuck off, man. Hence, as someone who has the keys with no risk in my movies, pay them a nice rich 150K and 200K for the supervisors. That way they work their asses off for you and not slack off, as with that money the crewman can live a nice life, feed his or her family well enough, as in Hollywood the crewmen make like 40-30K and get served shitty food, hence why the crewman will slack the fuck off in the movie project, I'm telling you, man. Because I've seen behind the scenes of movies, and you can tell sometimes the directors complaining about a lot of scenes, or the background and special effects look cheesy, like the bobbleheads in Black Panther, the two giants that were seen, who were never to be seen again in Lion, Ocean, and Wardrobe. Why did that happen? Well, because they got paid shitty money and got fed cheap food, hence they will slack off more, as there's nothing worse than being fucking cheap and paying them a shitty salary. As in Hollywood, the crewmen get like 30K. In Hollywood, the actors get their nice, like, multi-million-dollar salary, and the crewmen get like 30K, 40K. Yeah, they get shitty money. They get flown commercial. At the same time, they don't have a proper hygiene system. And everyone smells like shit on set. They all smell like balls on set, which is fucking gross, man. It's fucking gross to smell like balls on set all the time, right? Everyone smells like balls on set, so they're not clean. Right. At the same time, they get served one plate like cheap food, like potatoes, pasta, and like salad and that kind of stuff, like cheap food, like cheap hospital food, right? Like cheap like pasta, potatoes, you know what I'm saying, like ham sandwiches and that kind of stuff. Like they get served like cheap food. Whereas for me, I'm giving them a nice luxury buffet with like hamburger sliders, you know what I'm saying, like crispy fries, pizza, nice breakfast menu with eggs, bacon, sausages. You know what I'm saying? You have French toast, pancakes, and like donuts, and like nice cereal, like Captain Crunch cereal, apple juice, cranberry juice, and like a nice coffee, and nice brewed coffee, and like a French vanilla. If you do that, they're gonna work hard for you. Or if you give them shitty food, they're gonna slack the fuck off, right? Right? As there's nothing worse than being fucking cheap and paying them shitty money when you and your wife will make billions. Yes, Hollywood does not have the keys and cannot make all the crewmen want the keys. So yes, Hollywood does not have the keys like me and my wife. But yes, Hollywood can't afford to pay everyone 150K. But if you can't afford to pay them that money, at least give them a nice luxury buffet and fry them privately if you're doing a big budget. That way they work hard for you. If you're doing a smaller budget, you obviously can't afford to fly them privately and all that stuff. But at least give them a buffet. That way considering you're paying them shitty money, or considering you're paying all the actors like millions of dollars, and the crewmen are getting shitty like 30-40K, the least you can do is give them a nice buffet. That way they work hard for you. Otherwise, they're going to slack off. I'm telling you right now, they're going to slack the fuck off, man. Hence why I'm paying the crewmen a lot of money, because I know if I pay them 30K, they're going to slack the fuck off. Hence, I won't get as good of a movie. They're going to slack off with the special effects, the set building. They're going to slack off more. Hence, I won't get as good of a movie. At the same time, I'm not going to feed them cheap food. I'm going to feed them luxury food. That way they work hard for me and they're fed well. There's nothing worse than eating one plate and you're still hungry. No. Give them a buffet. That way they're fed well. You fed them well, right? You give them a nice, like, all you can drink Coke with, like, Sprite. A nice, like, milkshake. I can have, like, 3 options of. I can have vanilla, strawberry, chocolate, vanilla milkshake. You know what I'm saying? Give them a nice dessert. That way they work very hard for you and they appreciate you more. Give them 3 beers, right? Give them 3 beers like every week, and and fly them proudly. That way they work hard for you. Because in Hollywood, the big budget studios can easily afford to fly them proudly. They're just cheap. Well, we're not going to pay fly them proudly. We're going to fly them commercial because it saves us a lot of money. Because Hollywood's cheap. There's nothing worse than working in a movie and flying commercial, man. Once the actors work in Hollywood, they're drained of energy, man. They're worn out. There's nothing worse than being worn out and having to wait hours in line and fly commercial, man. Fly them privately if you have a big budget, you can afford it. If you can't afford it, I understand. But if you have a big budget, and you can afford to fly them privately. Give them a buffet. Give them a buffet and fly them privately. That way they can work hard for you. If you can't afford to pay them $150K, which you can't obviously because you don't have the keys like me, at least fly them privately and give them a buffet. That way they work hard for you. I'm throwing this out there, Hollywood. Don't be cheap. If you have a big $250 million budget, you can afford to, and it's going to cost you a couple $100,000 more to fly them privately. Fly them privately. That way they work hard for you, and give them a nice luxury buffet. That way they work hard for you. Otherwise, they're going to slack off. Hence why you got the bobbleheads in Black Panther, and you got the what? You got the two giants who were seen in Lion, Witch, and Wardrobe in the war, and then afterwards are nowhere to be seen. Why? Because the CGI, the special effects team slacked off. Yeah. They're gonna slack off. Every time I watch movies, I always notice the background. You always notice the cheesy fighting in the background also because the special effects people slacked off, man. They fucking slacked off. Oh, I'm getting shitty money. I'm getting shitty food. I smell like shit, like balls on set. I'm gonna slack off. I'm gonna slack off for this. I'm not gonna do this. I'm saying, right, right. As there's nothing worse than being fucking cheap and paying them a shitty money when you and your wife will make billions off your movie. So because me and my wife have the keys, there's no excuse. Me and my wife can afford to pay the crewman a nice $150,000 salary. Hence they're gonna live a nice life. Obviously, pay them a nice $150,000, but at least give them a buffet. That way, right? Yes, Hollywood does not have the keys and cannot pay all the crewmen $150K, but at least give them a buffet. That way they work harder for you. As for Skies, the crew and actors will get fed a nice kick-ass breakfast, dinner, dessert, luxury food buffet, and hence they'll work harder for me. Again, I showed you what kind of food the actors are going to be eating. You're looking at like top-notch. You're looking at like top-notch like hamburger sliders and like Let me show you some pictures of the food they're going to be eating, man. Right? They're gonna be served like luxury hamburger sliders, like nice. Like I want the hamburgers to be sliders, like small sliders. Like you know how McDonald's has cheeseburgers. I want it to be like that, like a nice like luxury slider for the cheeseburgers. Yeah, you're looking at a nice slider like this. See that? They're gonna be served like nice hamburger sliders like this. You'll have that with crispy fries. So nice slider, small hamburgers. You can have them with your crispy fries from a tin. And then you also have pizza. You have luxury pizza that the actors are gonna eat, like small sliced pizzas they can have with thin crust. You have your luxury rice, fried rice with like you have those like nice sweet meats, whatever it is, sweet meats with the rice. You have spicy meats, and you have your ribs. You have wings. You have like a huge variety of salad bar, like a lot of salad options on stuff. I don't want the menu to be too big because I don't want them. I don't want them what? I don't want them. I don't want them. I don't want to waste money. Have the menu luxury, but keep the menu small, right? Luxury ribs. They're gonna be served luxury ribs, man. Ribs, barbecue ribs. Yeah, imagine a nice barbecue ribs served with your rice, man. Your salad. You have the ribs with like salad and that kind of stuff. They're gonna be served nice ribs, man, like this, like nice luxury ribs. You have the ribs with your rice. You have the ribs with your salad. You know what I'm saying? They're listening top notch. You have the ribs with your pizza. They're gonna be served like nice luxury ribs like that, man. Nice barbecue ribs. And they're served a nice luxury menu. All you can drink Coke. Like it's nice to have an all you can drink vending machine, man, where you have. I'll have like two options of Coke. There's a good chance I'll have like three options. I'll have like Orange Crush, Coke, and like 7 Up or something like that, or like Sprite, like three. I don't want to have too much options. It's just wasting money. I'll have like Orange Crush, Coke, and like 7 Up, 7 Up, or like Sprite. Have that with your You can have that with your food and all that stuff, right? I'll show a picture of pizza and I'll be done here. And I'll show the desserts. They're gonna be served like nice luxury pizza, man. Like a nice pizza like that. A nice small like thin crust pizza with like garlic sauce, like cheese, pepperoni, and bacon. They're gonna be served like nice pizza like that with their food, man. They're gonna be served like nice food. So the actors are gonna have to watch out how they eat too, though, because last thing you want to do, they're not gonna gain weight because while they're working, they're gonna lose it. They're gonna be like losing weight, but like there's a good chance the nutritionists will tell the actors you can eat some of the junk food, but make sure you mix it with some salad, that kind of stuff. That way you balance your diet, right? Right? A luxury cheesecake. These actors are gonna be served luxury cheesecake, man. You're looking at a top notch cheesecake, man. The actors are that's gonna be served. The actors, yeah. Imagine luxury cheesecake like that, man. The actor's gonna be served luxury cheesecake like that. Cheesecake, white cake, chocolate cake, apple pie, blueberry pie, strawberry pie. You can even have apple crisp and like a few ice cream options. You're looking at like a not top notch like New York cheesecake like that. The crew and actors are going to demolish all the food, man. Because you're looking at like almost 2,000 crewmen. So imagine feeding 2,000 people. You're looking at like 6 sections of buffets. 6 different, because the last thing you want to do is have a huge line and it gets stalled. No, have like 6 different sections of buffets, and each section you have like 300 people go to that section. That way you don't stall the line, right? Because the last thing you want to do is have 2,000 people waiting in one section. No, you have like a good like 6 sections of buffets, and that way 300 people are eating in one section. Look at something crazy, man. Right? I'll show apple pie and I'll be done here. A nice luxury apple pie. You're gonna be served like nice luxury apple pie. Imagine nice beautiful apple pie. You see that? Yeah. So yeah, imagine nice luxury apple pie like that, man. Apple pie is amazing with ice cream. Imagine a nice like beautiful apple pie like that. Like they're gonna be served like a nice like apple pie like that. I'm even gonna have music. I'll even lease like nice stool chairs and tables. Because we're gonna be in the middle of nowhere, so I'm gonna lease like brand new like stool tables where the actors can sit, a nice like stool chair and tables where the actors can sit down. And I'm gonna even do a thing where you bring stereo music and you blast the music and you can listen to music while you're eating. You put the music on while everyone's eating to brighten the mood, man. Because there's nothing worse than working for 9 months in the middle of nowhere. It's fucking depressing. Hence why filming a movie is blood, sweat, and tears, but especially filming a medieval kind of movie where you're in the middle of nowhere, it's not fun. Hence why you put some music on and you give them a nice buffet. That way they work harder for you. There's nothing worse than working in the middle of nowhere and you get served and you're hungry and you get served shitty food, man. No, serve them nice fucking food. That way they work hard for you. Right? Man, almost done here. Told you this video will be an hour and like 20 minutes around there. Right? Right. Last but not least, the actors. Again, it's good to pay the Hollywood actors good money, but don't let them take advantage of you. As there is a good chance the top A-listers will try and get a piece of Meme and Weiss royalties, but they are not worth Meme and Weiss royalties, and they know that. Again, if you want Hollywood actors to work hard for you and get the best acting from them, you need to pay them a rich salary, not a shitty salary. Otherwise, they'll slack off more, and you won't get as good acting from them. For example, if I were to pay a B-lister $600K for a movie as a lead role, with the rates, that's even less, and that B-lister will slack off, and you won't get as good acting. So the actor for Papyri, you know who you are. The actor for Papyri, he's a B-list actor. He was a Victorious. He's a B-list actor. If I were to pay him like $700,000 for the role, considering Papyri is a major character of the movie, He's that actor. He'll work hard. He'll work hard for me. He'll work hard, but he's gonna slack off more because he's $600,000 with the rates is like 400K. He'll be walking away with a couple $1,000. If you pay him that money, he's gonna slack off more. You're not gonna get as good acting. Considering he knows you're gonna make billions off your movies and you have the keys. No, pay him a nice fucking $4 million salary, which after taxes he's walking away with like a $1.6 million check in his bank. Because with the rates, it's like $3 million. So $4 million with the rates is like $3 million. If he lives in the States, he'll make $3 million. After taxes, he's walking away with like $1.5 million in his bank after the agent. And hence, which is a nice fucking paycheck. Hence, that actor will work harder for me. The actor chosen for Papyri, he'll work harder for me. Whereas if I paid him $600,000, he's gonna slack off more, man. He'll still work hard, but he'll slack off more because he's getting shitty money, right? Right. For example, if I paid a smaller A-lister $3 million, he will slack off more, and you won't get his acting. So the actor for Merriman, he's a smaller A-lister. The actor for Queen Sarah, a small A-lister. The actor for Takis the First is a small A-lister. The actor for Cassius is a small A-lister. If I paid them like $2 million, $3 million for my movie, they will considering especially the actor for Cassius. The actor for Cassius is a major character. Cassius is a major character. If I were to pay him $3 million instead of $10.5 million, you will slack off more and you won't get as good acting from him. If you want to get good acting from him, pay him good money, considering he knows you're going to make billions off your movies and you have the keys and there's no risk in your movie. Pay him a lot of money, that way you get what? Good acting from them. And they don't slack off. Right? If I paid a top A-lister $8 million, that top A-lister will feel degraded and he or she will slack off more, considering they know you and your wife's film is guaranteed success. That will be a slap in the face. At the same time, if I fed them one plate bullshit and shitty food, the Hollywood actors will not work hard. Hence why I'll be paying the actors at all levels who are major characters, major roles, from $2 to $30 million. So the B-listers make $2 to $4 million as a major role. The rising stars make $5 to $8 million. Again, rising stars are rare. Again, you have guys like Dylan O'Brien and Michael Jordan. Those are examples of rising stars. They're rare. Those guys get $5 to $8 million. Obviously, the rising stars. The smaller A-listers make $9 to $15 million, and the top ones make $16 to $30 million. So I have the whole pay structure set up for my company. So whenever the guys are bleeding after all, I won't pay them any more than $4 million. Most of them will be making like $2 million on average, because I'm not going to pay them $4 million. It's rare. The only reason why I'm paying the actor $4 million for Papyri is because Zanus is like 9 months of work. It's so much work. That's why I'm paying them a bit more money. So I'm paying him $4 million for 9 months of work. Because you're filming the 3 volumes back to back for 3 months, for 9 months. You're looking at 3 months per volume. Hence why I'm paying everyone a little bit more money for Zanus. Zanus is the exception, obviously. Right? And these smaller areas just get 16 to 30 million, which is a nice fucking deal. And they also get bonuses excluding their salary, which is a nice fucking deal, obviously. Right? And hence why you pay them a lot of money and you feed them well. Don't give them one plate bullshit. That way they work hard for you and you get unheard of acting. I'm not kidding around. For Zanus, you're looking at unheard of acting from the actors. The actors are going to act their ass off. Everyone's going to be surprised by their acting. Oh my god, like, when did you learn how to act like that? Ivan paid me a lot of money and he spoiled the shit out of me, man. And I had the best time of my life. I worked my ass off for him, yeah. Right? And hence why I'll be paying the actors at all levels from $2 to $30 million and give the top A-listers a nice fat bonus, excluding their salary. That way they work hard for you and your wife. And hence why for Last of Zanus, I will get the best acting ever from the Hollywood actors because I'm paying them a rich fucking salary. I'm paying all the actors from Hollywood for Last of Zanus such a rich salary that they're all going to work their asses off. The actor for Papyri, I'm paying him $4 million. Papyri is a major character. Tacitonis, so pretty much this is how it's going to work. Takis is the major character. Cassius, Tacitonius, and Papyri are the major characters. They're major characters. Takis is the main character. Tacitonius, Papyri, and Cassius are major characters. And then everyone else are like supporting roles. They're major, but they're more supporting. So it's Job, Sirius, Eli, and all those, Mary, Belle. They're major characters too, but they're more like supporting roles. They're pushed more a bit to the side. They're supporting roles. They're still major characters. They're supporting roles. Whereas Tacitonius, Cassius, Takis, and Papyri, those 4 characters are major, as well as Eretan, Fool, and Morale. They're the major antagonist characters. Whereas everyone else, they're supporting characters. They're major characters, but they're supporting characters. So the actor for Papari, I'm paying $4 million. The actor for Tacitonius, I'm paying $8 million. For Cassius, I'm paying $10.5 million. The actor for Tactius first, because he's a major part of the plot, I'm paying him like $11 million. The actor for Maramis, I'm paying him like nine. I'll pay him like 9.5 million around there. The actor for Queen Sarah, I'll pay like 8 million, 8.5 million around there. The actor for Mary, I'll pay like 2.7 million, 2.8. The actor for Belle, I'll pay like 5 million. Lithia is my wife. My wife's the boss, so she should be making money off what the Blu-ray sales, like me, obviously. She's boss, right? Elizabeth is a minor character, so she won't be. The actor for Eli, Cornelius, and Joel, those guys will be making that 2 million range around there. So like 2.5 million range around. They'll be making around that Mary salary range because they're not as big as the other actors. The actor for Job, I'm paying like 5.5 million because Job's pretty major. He's a pretty big part of the plot. Well, he's not a really big part of the plot, but he's a pretty major character. He's just as major as all those other actors, right? Yeah, I'm paying them all a nice salary. Hence, they're all gonna work what? They're all gonna work fucking hard for me. And Hollywood's not gonna pay them that, man. No way. So Hollywood's not gonna pay the B-list actors that kind of money. The A-list actors could bargain for 10 million, but the B-list actors, no way. Hollywood's not gonna pay a B-list actor $3 million. No way. 2 million, no way. They're gonna pay them like $400,000 in Hollywood, $300,000, right? And hence why I'll get the best acting from the Hollywood actors, because I am paying them a fucking rich salary. Even the minor characters are getting a nice paycheck. So, for example, the actor for Mel now, they'll probably get like 200K, 250K, which is a nice salary for appearing in a few scenes. The actor for Elizabeth and Baramis and Lithius, right? Those actors will probably pay like 300,000, 350,000, which is a nice paycheck as a minor role. The actor for Ephesus, I can pay him like maybe 500K. The actor for Bass and Bass, those guys will all be making like a couple $100,000, like $350,000, $400,000, which is a nice paycheck for a minor role. Bull the Pit Watcher, Tacitonius fights Bull the Pit Watcher in the war. You know what I'm saying? Bull is a minor character. He'll be getting a couple $100,000, like $300,000, $200,000, probably 300 grand around there. I'll pay him 250K. They'll be making, which is a nice paycheck for a minor role. That's how much major characters make in Hollywood. It's a nice fucking paycheck, yeah. But an interesting fact about the war: Tacitonius fights Bull the Pit Watcher. Bull the Pit Watcher is like a deformed wolf, or a deformed massive wolf. Cassius fights Morale the General, and Tactius fights Aratam for Fool. He takes on both of them. That's how badass the war will be, man. As well as you have Pari fighting the wolves, Eli fighting the wolves, Cornelius. They're all fighting in the war, and I'm saying this will be top notch for that. Right? And hence you will get unheard of acting from them, and they'll work their fucking asses off. Right? So this is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned in a couple weeks for my head of production video, which is my last video of my 7-team series. Right? His duties. Then afterwards, so the head of production will be in charge of the schedule, creating the schedules. So I need someone who has experience creating schedules for movies. The head of production is in charge of creating schedules for the actors, for their training, their table reads. He's in charge of creating schedule for the fourth year of filming, like when it's time to wake up, when it's time to film, when filming ends, when it's time to eat lunch, eat breakfast. He's responsible for creating all the schedules, the training schedules for the tackle training, horse training. You have to create all those schedules, that way the actors know. He's responsible for creating all the schedules. As well, he's going to be making business calls 5 days a week, helping out the others. That's what the head of production pretty much is in charge of. He's in charge of the production of the movie. So you're creating all the schedules. When's the deadline for filming of Zanus? I want him to put a deadline in the filming of Zanus. That way the actors know when it's time, when the filming ends. Because if you don't put a deadline for filming, everyone's going to slack off, and you're going to get delays in the project. No, it's important that you put an end of the date filming date. That way, no one slacks off, and they know when it's time to finish filming. Okay, we're supposed to be done, finish filming in 9 months. After that day, we should be done filming the movie. That way, it forces everyone to work hard, right? So I'll talk about his duties, and then afterwards, I should be close to finishing my amazing novel and make my phase 3 now. So I'm going to talk about the special effects team I want to bring on board for Zetas. So So I'll talk about finishing my content editing. I'm gonna talk about the special effects team who I want to bring in on board. I want the people who worked on Lord of the Rings, Avatar, Lord of the Rings, Avatar, and I'll bring in the special effects team who worked on Lord of the Rings, Avatar, Underworld, Rise of the Vikings. You can have those guys come on board too. One person per movie. One person who worked on Underworld, Rise of the Vikings. You can have that. You get that nice dark feel to it. You can even have one person who worked on Passion of Christ for the horror. One person who worked on Passion of Christ. Combine those minds for the special effects, and you're going to looking at something unheard of for Zanus, man. Something unheard of for the story of Zanus. For Zanus, if you want to get an idea of what the world of Zanus will look like, think something like Lord of the Rings, except it's darker. The wolves are devils, and there's sex in it. It's a scary movie. It's a horror movie. It's a rated R movie. Whereas Lord of the Rings is like PG-13. It's not as scary. Whereas Zanus is a darker movie. It's picture a world like Lord of the Rings, except it's darker. And like, you know what I'm saying? And it's more badass fighting and all that stuff. Because the Zanians do have something called the Zanian arts. It's top-notch fighting. It's something unheard of. Right? So I'll talk about the special effects scenes I want to bring on board. I told you the people I want to bring on board for my last Over Zanus movie. And then I'll make my Phase 4 announcements. And then afterwards, I'll talk about my Phase 5. So my Phase 4 is finished grounding, and I'll talk about the editors I want to bring on board. The editors, I only need 2 editors for Zanus. Before I said 5, but I did some research. Most movies only have 1 or 2 editors. They have 1 editor and assistant. So what I'll do is I'll hire an editor who worked on Lord of the Rings, the original, and I'll hire an assistant who worked on Avatar. So I'll hire 2 editors to edit the movie. Because you only need 2 editors to edit the movie. Before I said 5, no. You only need like 2 people to edit the movie. I'll hire 1 editor who worked on Lord of the Rings, the originals, and I'll have 1 who worked on Avatar as an assistant editor to assist the editor. I'll pay the editor $2 million. That way he works hard for me. But you're looking at a large file for You're looking at months of editing, man. You're looking at a couple months of editing, and you pay the assistants a nice like $200K to help out the editor. I'll talk about editors for my Phase 4 announcement, which finished ground editing. My Phase 5 announcement, I'll talk about design my map. I'll talk about the world of Zanus I created. Looking at an amazing video for that. And then after that, I'll talk about formatting. For formatting, I'll talk about dressing casual for work. Dressing casual for work. The importance of dressing casual for work. I'm gonna show you pictures of nice suits I'm gonna buy and that kind of stuff. Formatting. And then I'll end it off with Swimming with the Sharks. And then after that, it's my final announcement. I'm done. And you guys just will take it for granted. Now, I want you guys to get an idea of how horrific Eritet is. I'm going to keep showing you that picture, man. You guys need to see this, man. Eritet's the devil himself, man. I'm not kidding around, man. And the reason why I know it's annoying me showing that Pennywise the Clown picture, but I want you guys to get an idea of how horrific this being is, man. You're looking at... Imagine telling the console arts, I want Eritet 3 times scarier than Pennywise the Clown. You're looking at what? The devil himself. Look at that, man. Imagine a wolf 3 times... Imagine a wolf who's horrific. He's a badass fighter. He has human appearance. It looks like Pennywise Clown. 3 times scarier than this. A wolf 3 times scarier than that. That's how scary Pennywise the Clown is, man. That's how fucking scary Eritet is. Looking at the devil himself. Yeah, man. You're looking at something so scary. You're looking at something so scary. You're gonna be like, holy shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is fucking. You won't be able to sleep at night, man. You're gonna be terrified. You won't be able to sleep at night. Let me show you this picture. Yeah, imagine a wolf 3 times scarier than this. See that? See how freaky that is? Imagine a wolf 3 times scarier than that. Look at the devil himself. Fucking devil himself. Yeah. And hence why I have to hire a psychologist. I should hire 1 psychologist to be enough. And that psychologist is going to interview. When the actors arrive at the office, the psychologist is going to interview the actors and to make sure that they're all right. Because filming an environment like this is stressing, man. To film an environment and to look at that mask every day, It's fucking you're filming in a twisted environment. Hence why you need to what? You need to hire a psychologist that made that when the actors are filming, the psychologist makes sure they're okay and all stuff. Because Airtat's fucking scary. You're looking at the devil himself, man. Another picture. Imagine something 3 times scarier than that. You see that? Yeah, you're looking at the devil himself. Fucking scary. Anyways, enough with. I want to see if I have anything else to show you guys. Um, yeah, you're looking at what? The devil himself, man. Right? Come on, camera here for a sec.